No, it's the same stiffness, bro.
Like this.
Oh,
It's
remember that
like
story?
this.
Man, it's like this. Oh, amazing.
This shit is too good.
Amazing. Are we recording?
We are live.
Shit is itching my head.
We're live.
Oh, cool.
You want to start it?
You go ahead, start it.
Okay. Mine's always like, "What's going on, guys?"
What's up, guys?
Bam, I gotta take Bam to the vet. Let's not. Okay. Anyways, it's okay. I'm gonna take you to the vet right after this. I promise.
Why don't we stay on track?
Go ahead. Yeah. No, you started, bro. You got this. Come on.
I'm talking right now, but this is directly in my eye line, and I'm getting.
It is. I see one eye. I see one eye.
I gotta. Here, we gotta. Do
But you have to talk into the mic.
I got it. Thank you.
Is that better?
Smart ass. There we go. Now I can
That's
see
what the
you,
mic
because
is for.
What the problem was, I was like staring down this barrel, and I was going cross-eyed. But is this my good side?
You're
though?
like this. Okay. Start it, bro.
Okay.
You got this.
Welcome to Domcast. Sorry, old habits.
Old habits.
Old habits die hard. We don't have a name for this podcast yet, but in the time between it takes us to put it out, I'm sure we'll come up with one, right?
Yeah. I mean,
We can edit that in.
we could edit that in for sure. You could
Welcome to
cast or no, not cast.
whatever.
Welcome to podcast.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna we'll tell them next time.
sure.
They'll actually know because they'll have clicked this already, and it will have a title.
Yeah.
It's a little different than YouTube.
If you guys couldn't tell by now, we came up with this 90 minutes ago.
90 minutes.
And so this is the first one.
We literally bought this equipment in took 90 minutes to
Now,
set
you
this up.
had the equipment, but we started ours 90 minutes ago.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about then first. Actually, let's talk about you
Okay.
because I think a lot of people probably already know me in a sense, and a lot of people.
Presumptive.
No. Because look, I'm not saying. Okay, let me reframe that. Let me rephrase that.
Just fucking with you.
No, it's fair. That's fair. But like, oh, I'm a douchebag. Everyone knows me.
Sure,
No,
a lot of people know me, but they might not know you.
no. I'm gonna get to what I'm trying to say in a second.
Yeah, sure you will.
They probably seen me because like they know me as myself. Is basically what I'm saying. If you enter this podcast because I told you to go look at it for my Snapchat or whatever, right? They know me as myself.
Right.
But you're a different story because more people know something that you created, I would say, than you as a person.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't mean like,
No, I got you.
you got me. You're just a douchebag, and you have to make me
teasing,
look.
bro.
Fuck you. And it's ironic because that's the same dynamic that we have with your alter ego. But let's talk about Mike Tornabene. Let's introduce you,
All right.
and then I'll talk about me because that's all I really want to talk about.
I know. So I'll make it quick.
Okay.
Just kidding. My name is Mike Tornabene. Also known
Benny.
as Benny.
Good.
Also known as Dom Mazzetti, the biggest dude in the world. Currently the biggest dude in the room, definitely. Easily. They can even hear how big I am. They can hear how much bigger I am.
I don't
than
think
you.
I don't think it makes a sound.
It does.
I think my voice sounds better.
It does not.
okay.
Listen to this radio voice I have.
Oh wow. I see.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah, you're so stupid. No, but so tell us about yourself, man. I know a lot about you.
Okay.
But I think the world, the internet wants to know about you.
Yeah.
Because if they're here,
I
know,
play
we're
Dom
here.
Mazzetti. He's an alter ego of mine. The accent is a put on. I am from Jersey. I am Italian. I do lift weights. A lot of my material does come from making fun of myself
Yeah.
and other bros around.
And me, making fun of me a lot.
Mostly making fun of Brad. But the whole Dom Mazzetti bro science thing was started at this point 7 years ago. I think 7. Yeah, in October it'll be 7 years ago. It was started with myself and my friend Guion, who we write the videos together, and he appears in them as. If you look right there, there he is. There's his back.
We had him pulled up.
He's the poor bystander that Dom always fucks with.
Oh yeah, back there in the corner.
And so he shoots him, and there it is.
Wow.
That's
Jason.
perfect example right there.
And this is the first video you shot.
This is the first bro science video we did. Yeah.
The reason why this is up on the screen is because the other podcast, the Culture Cast, we had this on there, and Mike was on that first episode.
Yeah.
But so this was your idea? Was it Gia? Whose idea was this?
We came up with it together.
Yeah.
So like, we were talking about. We had.
Yeah. Pause this.
Yeah, throw that on pause. we had already been doing Dom Mazzetti verse videos. Most people know Bro Science because it became bigger than Dom Mazzetti verse, but Dom Mazzetti verses was what where we started making YouTube videos. I guess that was when it became successful. When that was just Dom, me sitting in a chair playing Dom, Gian interviewing me about certain topics that were relatable, college related, bro stuff, things like that.
I want to interrupt you real quick. I remember all of these videos.
Do you?
I knew Dom.
Yeah.
Before I ever met you. I was a fan.
You watched the Dom Mazzetti versus
yes,
videos.
like the Snapchat versus the
that shit was old.
All that stuff.
Yeah. So that's where it started. Yeah.
I knew about you before I ever met you, for sure. I was a fan. So I was a fan of that. I didn't know Mike Benny at all, obviously. I don't even think at that point you had anything about Mike at all.
Not at all.
Because I remember at one point you did an AOL interview.
AOL. Fucking, I hate that fucking.
sorry, but I just know that's the first time I was like, oh, it's a real dude.
Yeah.
That guy's just like an altered douchebag.
Yeah, that was eye-opening for a lot of people, I guess.
So take us on this journey a little bit. Like,
where do you want me to start? You want me to start at Bro Science? You want me to start at, because if they don't know who I am,
no. Yeah. So not a Bro Science. Start at like, where did you like? How'd you get here?
How'd I get there?
Where they first saw you. Where they first really saw you.
Okay. So
sawed you in half.
Where they first did seen me. Okay. So I went to NYU for film and television. So I wanted to write comedy for a living. I knew that as soon as I got into college. And me and Gian both wanted to do that. He went to Temple for finance in Philadelphia. We wanted to write a show based on the restaurant that we worked at. And we would, in our spare time, right over FaceTime, try to break into Hollywood, try to get TV job, try to sell scripts, do the whole traditional thing. Now, this is all during college, from freshman year to senior year. We basically just didn't really do a whole lot of like class stuff. We just did outside of school, work on writing comedy, try to break in. And let's see, what senior year, we started making YouTube videos just to like, we didn't actually think it was like a career or anything. We're just like, okay, let's make some YouTube videos. People will hear about us. They'll read our scripts. They'll give us a job. They'll buy our scripts, whatever. They'll put us in Hollywood. That didn't really work out.
Yeah.
It didn't really pan out.
It's fine. But but other things did work out.
Yeah. So that was about, we did that for a year before Dom Mazzetti video ever came out. It was just like random sketches and stuff. And I mean, they were just like silly shit. No one really watched them. No one at all. Then we did a video with Dom Mazzetti, which was this character that I wrote in a script for a comedy class, which was a sketch. And originally Dom was this middle-aged, original gangster Italian Guido with a cooking show. And that was the script.
That was the first time cooking show.
Yeah, he was like microwaving hot dogs or some shit. Like he was just this like washed up Guido, and he was supposed to be this middle-aged guy. It was just for this. I didn't shoot anything with it. It was just for a writing class. But the idea of the character was kind of funny. So later on, we made a video with the character, and that was Dom Mazzetti versus terrorism, which is actually the first one.
That's the very first Dom Mazzetti video.
Terrorism.
Perfect.
Terrorism. Yeah,
Perfect.
I think you're gonna need to get new chairs.
Yeah. Squeaky. We'll get new chairs.
A little noisy.
Oh, I mean, hopefully we could get some subscribers. Please subscribe.
Get some chairs.
So we can get some chairs.
Yeah.
Because I already spent all my money. Yeah, the jokes we've been making lately, it's true. Real. They're real.
Yeah. So from there, that was the first one, and people liked the character. It got like 3,000 views, which was like 10 times the amount of views we got in any other video.
Man.
I know. Imagine that.
Oh man.
And the next video was right around the time Four Loko was super popular.
You're talking about the alcohol drink.
Yeah.
The blackout drink.
With the caffeine in it. Everyone's talking about how they blacked out and shit. You ever have one?
Oh, I blacked out.
You used to party?
I blacked. Yes, bro. I party when I swear.
No.
Scouts honor.
No.
Scouts honor. I swear. I was a Boy Scout. I don't drink at all these days.
Yeah.
I remember the first four, because I gotta also tell you this. They changed the Four Loko. They changed it completely.
Oh, thank you.
Because people were getting turned.
Thank you for letting me know that.
I had to let you know.
Thank you.
But I was one of the beginners. I started out. I remember drinking it, and it's like you literally. It was almost like clockwork. I blacked like. Not necessarily. I wouldn't say blacked out. I said I woke up and I was like, "What happened last night?"
So you're the exact reason we made the video. Because people would just talk about this shit all the time. Like, I had the craziest weekend. I drank Four Loko and did all this shit.
What did they put in it?
I don't know. It was just fucking caffeine.
No. There was something in it that was like an illegal.
No,
Seriously.
it was just the combination of caffeine and alcohol. That's what they couldn't do. They didn't put illegal. It wasn't like drugs. It was just like you couldn't combine caffeine and alcohol into a package and sell it.
Wait,
That's what they banned.
But I've drinking alcohol and vodka before, Red Bull and vodka, and I never got the
but
same
you don't
effect.
buy.
There's something else in that
No,
drink.
it's
I swear, dude.
It's just the kind. It's there's not.
Four Loko.
All right, you go find that. You conspiracy theorists. Our first one's about conspiracies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike and Brad versus conspiracies.
So yeah, the idea was let's make fun of people who talk about how crazy their night was in Four Loko.
Bradley Barton.
Brad.
Okay.
First time drinker. So, I was playing Dom and Guion was just sitting there in the chair with the camera rolling, asking me about my night, and I was just going on about this like ridiculous story I had. And it was this 2-minute video about this insane night that Dom had, and that was Dom Mazzetti versus Four Loko, and that like as slowly as something could go viral, that was it. Over the next
Pull that up at first. Pull that up for a second.
yeah.
I want to get a picture of this because I remember when you were sitting in like your grandma's like kitchen or
That
something.
was my mom's house. That was at least
Oh,
a year after, and this
Oh
was
my
in our Upper East Side shithole apartment in New York. We were just fucking broke.
Put four.
Now this is a different channel.
No.
It's Dom Mazzetti verse.
No, this is a new one. Close this out. Pause it.
The exact opposite.
Or go to search Bro Science.
Just search search Dom Mazzetti versus Four Loko in the no, that's not there. There.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Four Loko.
It's an entirely different channel, which is just sitting there.
Oh,
dead.
that is. I remember this. This was when I first seen it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 2.1 million views. Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though.
Ancient views.
That's when they counted.
Yeah. It doesn't really mattered.
Humble beginnings right here. No beard beginnings.
Look at that. Barely filling out that medium shirt. That free fucking college shirt you get at a bank.
How old were you right here?
22.
22. All right, pause it. So yeah, dude. The craziest. Okay, so it's so funny to me because I know you on a different level than maybe most of these listeners. I was gonna say viewers, but I realized it's not YouTube.
Good catch.
Yes.
Then you went back
listeners.
and told them.
I know you a lot more than I think people. Obviously, people know you, and it's so funny to know that. Like, let me give you a compliment here. Just don't let it go to your head.
I'll try not to.
How like talented and like analytical and critical and creative you are.
Keep it going.
No, that's it. It's all you're gonna get. Those 4. I think I said 4. And to see that like this is what you can like. This is the first go at it. Is hilarious.
Yeah.
That alone to me is comedy. Because the kind of conversations I have with Mike about like life and or business and things are like super like I'm a serious guy and I get stuff done. Mike is like on a different level of like analytical. Like I'm analytical. I would consider myself analytical in a different way. It's different. And to see that this was your character, the first thing you thought of was fucking hilarious to me. Like
How much has changed? Not much, right?
Yeah, because it's
exactly.
ironic because
Yeah.
like you're actually like this dude. There's like a part of you that is this dude.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I think after spending time with you and being doing Bro's verse, I'm actually Dom Mazzetti.
Yeah, you are more outwardly Dom Mazzetti than I am for the most part.
And it's just a
The
weird.
thought in here though, in my head, that's Dom Mazzetti.
It's just
But
you
act like the guys I'm making fun of though.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's fine. I'm okay with it. But it's so interesting to me. Like it's a crazy thing, and I think for me it's just the. I don't know how to like. I know I'm creative, but I wish I was better at it sometimes. I wish I was a little more creative, because I see the process you go through when you write the bro science videos. And I don't think a lot of people know about this, but you like full on script it and like write the like you write the jokes you're gonna say,
Yeah.
and then it's like he'll send me because we've done a video together, a few videos, and he'll be like, here's the script, and then I'll talk about you at this point, and like it'll be a full on script, and like no one's ever seen this, just you and Guion write it, you guys do it, put it together.
That's it.
I see it, and then I was like, I didn't know until I got that first script that I was like, what the fuck, like.
What is these words on these pages?
Like we just shoot videos in the gym. We have no cuts. Like I don't know about this. So to think all the stock goes into it is crazy. It's like it's impressive, is what I'm trying to say, and I like what you've done, obviously. So yeah, I think. I guess the next question is like, I'm not trying to interview you or anything.
no, I
this is
really
our
appreciate
podcast.
this dick suck you're giving me. It's nice.
Fuck you.
It's great, dude.
No, it's just I don't think a lot of people know about it.
No. I mean, I do appreciate that because that is, Guion and I put a lot of work into these. It's not just like, yeah, I can just be in character and do this, but there's layers to it. And there's things that go into it that like, there are reasons there aren't videos every fucking week other than me just lying and like
Right.
making it a joke. Yeah, there
Yeah.
are reasons for that.
Yeah. And this is true because I've had conversations with Mike about, yo, let's shoot this video. And Mike is the first guy to be like, I don't want to just shoot. And I'm not saying I just want to shoot videos just to shoot shit content. But I'm trying to I'm looking at the state of YouTube and all the way all this stuff works. And I'm like, man, we got to post more videos. Otherwise, the way the algorithm works, we're getting fucked. And Mike is to the point where he, even knowing that, is like, but I don't want to put out bad content. So you're very conscious about the content that you put out, being it good. So it's not just like doing it just to do it, just to get by, to live on basically what they want, which is like they set this algorithm. How if you guys don't understand, it's basically like every social platform, every platform has its like own way of presenting you guys, the viewers, the listeners, the watchers, our content. And yeah, we have subscribers and this and that, but there's like a way that, and we don't know what these numbers are, that these numbers add up so that every time they post, it's like, it makes your account basically display the videos a certain way. And lately the train of thought in YouTube now is like, more watch time gets you more people to come back to actually see your videos, to get so that your videos then get generated in the search feeds for other people to find it if you haven't found it, and like constant uploads. So like daily uploads will like keep you higher in, right? But there's like, what content can you make that's really good every single day? And good is a that's the thing though, is like there are content creators out there like Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls and all these people who get millions of views every single day. But that content, it may not be the content that you or I am like, this is exactly what I want to make, but it's still good to some people.
It's not about good and bad.
Right.
It's just about, a certain type of...
Exactly.
There's things that you can and cannot do in 24 hours.
And that's all I'm trying to say. And related to... I think they're great. Those guys are cool. I know them both. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm just trying to talk about like the idea that of you and the content that you've created, like almost... you knowing that it's like, it's part of like, this shit is not being necessarily what it was. Because YouTube right now is just called, it wasn't. It's not.
No, it's not. And
it's because of the changes that the content, that the way you're seeing the content, the way the platform is deciding to like present your content, our content, differently. And like they want it more. They want it every single day so that you get more looks, you get more views, you get more like push from the system to go find more viewers. So even with that in mind, is what I'm saying is that Mike was like, yo, but I don't want to make a shitty video. I don't want to feel like I have to force this comedy. Because if you start to force something, like everyone, you guys should know in life, you force shit, eventually it's like, it's going to push back.
Yeah, and it's something creative. Like that's my name, that's my face. That's something that like I take seriously. And I'm not just going to like sully that because I have to like keep relevant. Like I'm going to keep putting that, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. And trying to find a middle ground between like what you have to do and what you want to do, but I never want to put out garbage.
Basically, what I've been trying to say is that I've been trying to get him to make more videos. I swear, guys. Good luck. I've been like, Mike, let's go film this video, and then, anyways, you guys get the idea. Okay, so from Dom Mazzetti, from Mike to Dom Mazzetti to Bro Science. We've done Bros Verse, which is a YouTube channel. We've done videos. I've done videos on your channel. You've been in videos on my channel, which is just like fitness guy stuff, lifting and stuff. What's next? I think the question is, what is next for you? And that's the question that everyone always asks. Like, go to family parties, they're like, so what are you doing now? You get married, you have kids, what you doing?
Usually I got an answer for that. Now at the moment I don't.
Yeah. Podcasts.
Yeah, I'm literally doing it. You're hearing it right now. This is what's next.
I like this. I enjoy this.
Shit.
Put you on the spot, bro. It's okay.
Well, because it's like, I think both of us have an issue that we can't ever just answer something very concisely.
That's why.
What's next? Is the people be like, I'm going here. I'm doing this. I'm like, let me bring you back 6 months. And then from there, 5 years.
Yeah.
No, but like, okay. So just like,
you're trying to just say there.
I'm just trying to say, okay. Yeah. Right now, what is next is I am on YouTube. I am on the internet. That's where I'm living. That's where I have been living for 7 years. But now it's like, this is where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to make the most of it.
I love it.
Because everything else up until recently was like, I'm using this as a platform to get somewhere else. Then I kind of realized maybe I don't actually want to be there.
Which was?
Hollywood.
I saw, yeah. So, we're here. We're on the internet. We're on podcasts. Would you say that like you're never going to try to do Hollywood again?
I wouldn't say that. Well, we're getting into it. Might as well get into it, right?
Fuck it.
So, the entire goal, as I mentioned, from the start of when Gian and I were writing 11 years ago.
Yeah.
2006.
Oh my God.
11 years ago is when we started writing. Was
Wow.
to make a TV show, was to get into Hollywood and like make a TV show or like a movie, was to create it, not just like act in it, not just like whatever, but to like make something. And that was the entire goal. Like even when we got big success with Bro Science and everything was going well, it was still, we saw it as a stepping stone to get to somewhere bigger.
Yeah.
And where we can really expand on what we created. So then we got this opportunity to create a TV pilot, you know, big
Recently. Yeah.
big name attached. And the idea was we would create this pilot that would be a pilot, you know, first episode example of a TV show, 30 minutes long, would be split into 3 10-minute episodes that would live on their own on this YouTube channel. And then they would take that once it was done, put it together as a episode 1 and sell it to a network. They would buy it. We'd have a TV show. It would go great. Everything would be awesome. Dream come true. Did not happen that way.
I want to stop you real quick. I'm going to let you keep going.
Yeah.
But I want to say something real important to you guys. Dreams don't, like your dream, your biggest dream is not always going to happen. This has never happened for me either. The exact way you want it to.
Might also not be your dream after all.
Exactly. So there's I mean, as you live life, you learn more and more stuff.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So the thing is, you can complain a lot about like how you're kind of stuck on the internet and like on this treadmill of like content. Got to keep going, or it feels like you're not actually getting anywhere. You're just kind of slowly growing or fastly growing, but everything's kind of the same. But it's a blessing in disguise because at the end of the day, you answer only to yourself. You only make things that you want to make. You only do what you want to do, unless, you know, small concessions here and there. You're working with a brand or whatnot. But
Yeah.
this is our first, for Gian and I, our first experience working with people we had to collaborate with and actually answer to, because there's executives and bureaucracy and a chain of command of people being like, this is what we want. This is what you got to say. You can't do this. You can't do that. And like, you got to play ball. And like,
Do they tell you where to pee too?
yeah,
You can't pee here.
no, ironically, there was like a key for the bathroom on the same, in like the 10th floor. And it was just, weird shit, man. Weird shit.
Yeah.
But, so, I don't know, for anyone who's seen it, it's not too hard to tell that it's just not really me. It's not really the voice of what Gian and I have created. It just doesn't line up.
Yeah.
I mean, my own mom goes like, oh, good. I told her about how I felt about the whole thing. My mom goes, oh, good. Now I can tell you how I feel. She goes, I didn't even finish it.
Ah,
My own mom.
shit.
And my mom would watch anything. My mom, but she knows it wasn't me. She knows it.
Yeah.
She was like, this isn't.
I mean, I can chime in on that. I remember talking to you about it after it was like starting to come out, and I was like, "Damn, like, is this what you wanted?" Or not even necessarily is this what you wanted, because I knew it wasn't. I knew like because they kind of wanted to. I understand they wanted to be a certain way, and you wanted to be a certain way, and it was crazy because everything that you said about the reaction from the fans on YouTube was going to be, it was like word for word their reaction, and you were telling me like, "Yo, I know they're going to say this," and they said it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just the frustrating thing is like we had been doing this process for so long. We were with other companies with other deals for pilots, and then we had backed out on them because we're like, this is not where we want our show going. We want it. We've been doing this long enough. We know what people want to see. We know how to hold an audience. We've been doing it for 7 years successfully.
yeah,
We built businesses off it. Like, we know what we're doing. We're not just here to be in the room telling a couple jokes and playing a silly character. Like, we're here to create something from start to finish.
yeah, because that character worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you get on board with people and you think you're on the same page creatively. It kind of turns out you're not. And then you have to answer to a lot of people who have different visions for it that don't align with yours. And then you don't really see what's happening as it's happening. It's just slowly getting chiseled away. And then you look at it at the end and you go, what is this? This isn't my thing.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what happened. You know, there was a lot of creative demands and collaborations, and it needs to be this. We need to reach this audience. We want this. This executive wants this person wants that. And then they're just minor changes, and you think, I can do this. I can be collaborative. I can adjust. And you think you're holding on to it, but there's so many levels to it, from development to scripting to casting to shooting to editing, and they just take a little bit away each time, and then you're left with something, and you're like, this is not what I set out to do.
So I saw it and I totally agree.
Yeah.
So the question I have about the whole thing is like, what do you learn from that? Because I think that's all you can really figure out, right? Because just to rate to all our listeners right now, like at some point in their life, in your guys' life, that's going to happen to you. Like you're going to find yourself at a crossroads with like what you're passionate about, what you love, what you want to do, and realize like maybe it's for you, maybe it's a little different than what you thought, maybe it's not what you thought. And then it's like, okay, what do you learn from that experience? Like really going through it and like experiencing it and then being like, what the fuck? What do you think? What did you learn from it?
I'm burping up some pre-workout here.
Some Narpon.
Yeah. It's not gonna come out. Okay. What I learned was that what you think is your dream might not always be that way. It made me reconsider what I really want going down the line. And I'm still answering that question as we,
I am too. I think everyone is, man.
But like specifically this, because like for a while it was very clear cut. This is what I want. And I knew what I want. Now I realized what it was taking away from certain things, and that is the freedom to do what I want to do. And there's a certain level of freedom that you lose when you go on to the next level of entertainment. Like you're kind of, unless you're really, really making it big and you are the one in command, you're going to be sort of somebody's puppet in one way, shape, or another. And I saw that what Gian and I had worked so hard to create was so easily changed so quickly without even us really seeing it happen. And then to see the end result, we're like, whoa, I don't want to be trapped in this world forever. And I don't want to do it ever again unless I am sure it's going to be what I want. And that's not the same for other people. Some people are like, I don't care whatever it takes. I want to break in, use this as like my stepping stone, whatever. Like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah. So you learn that about yourself, that there's no real bend. It's either the way you want it or not.
Yeah. I learned that to me, I would rather make YouTube videos the way I want to for the rest of my life than make TV shows in Hollywood the way I don't want to and get paid more and be more famous. Like that's not.
Yeah. Let me ask you one more question then about this topic, and then we can go on a little bit. But so if everything let's say the guy came up to you right now, same guy was like, all right, dude, exactly how you want to do it. Would you do it?
It just wasn't possible.
But let's say perfect scenario. Like they're like, you could do everything you want to do. Go ahead. Would you still do it?
If I could have the exact show I wanted?
Yes.
Yeah, I would still do it.
So
the thing is like in my particular circumstance, I've been playing this character for 7 years. And so I got to think, okay, if I have a really successful TV show, you're thinking at least 5 seasons, 7. Yeah. And I'm like, do I see myself doing this for 7 more years? Maybe in a different format. Yeah, maybe for Hollywood, maybe for a TV show that I'm, happy with, then maybe. And that was the idea. But it also made me think like, okay, maybe this isn't the path here. But if I had a shot at doing it exactly the way I wanted, I would absolutely go for it.
One more important question then. Yeah. Do you think that it will ever be allowed that way? Do you think like in 5 years, like perception of like how TV shows, like, like you said, everyone, these creatives and these directives, they're like, it has to be this way, it has to be this way. Do you ever think like that is going to change? Like lessen, like allow more?
It's never going to change. But what I can say is I think I can get it to the point where I can make it happen. I think I could do if I wanted to, I could figure it out. I could make a way to be like, this is the TV show I'm making and I am making it happen. But that would take more time and doing this. And right now I'm trying to consider what I actually want to be doing.
Yeah.
And if that is what I want to be doing, it's going to take a lot of fighting and a lot more work to get into it. And it's like, do I really want that? Because I can be putting that effort in somewhere else and maybe it's where I want it to actually go.
Yeah.
And yeah, never know. Because I mean, maybe it's just maybe this is the better place for me.
Yeah. Damn, bro.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm answering that question as we speak.
Yeah.
Still fresh. Wounds are still fresh.
Damn. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's an interesting thing because I definitely seen you go through it and like deal with it. And I can relate on different levels of like YouTube changing, social media changing, and just like, I don't know. I guess in my life, I mean, I'm not going to get into this right now, but anxiety, things that I deal with where I'm like, what really makes me happy? And I'm learning that like, and I'm going to keep it really short and sweet, that the two things that are most important are love and happiness. And I just keep learning that over and over. I'm all about it, dude.
I mean, me too.
Because when everything's gone, like what is left?
Yeah. And that's kind of like what I started to realize was like, how much of my life do I want to devote to
that fight?
To that fight or to entertainment in general? Because like the thing with entertainment is you are the product. if you were acting, or if you're the personality, you are the product. There's going to be pressure to be a certain way, to live a certain way, to do a certain amount of things that you cannot get away from. And you try to balance it. And for a while, it's like, you don't see it really affecting what your overall freedom really is and how you live your life. But that's what I got to consider. I was like, do I see myself being, you know, up there with like people in Hollywood if I were to be super successful there? It's like, is that really what I want? Like, I don't want more fame. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I like the idea of creating something that like is on another level. I like the idea of getting paid to do it and then doing it, not making videos every week and then getting paid afterwards and just hope it continues forever.
Oh my God, YouTube.
I like that idea. But,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want more fame. I don't want to be like, you know, paparazzi. It's crazy. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm trying to think, man, this right here, this podcast thing, I'm going to say, like, I really want you guys to understand this and hear this. I enjoy this so much because this is probably the most, not that I've not felt natural in my other videos or my other like YouTube videos, whatever. I feel very good here, like just talking.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. I'm not saying like, hey, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I would love to do this for the rest of my life. And I'd love for you guys to subscribe and do all that good stuff. But I'm learning that like this feels very natural just to share information, just to talk. Like the most important moments in my life I think about are moments that I stood either by myself and had, like, this is going to sound crazy, had conversation in my head or with myself alone. A little crazy.
A little bit nuts.
A little nuts.
by
We all do it.
myself. Just-
We all do that, okay? Everyone goes to go watch the sunset and they think about their life,
Yeah.
whether it be outside their head or inside their head.
This is coming from a
okay?
guy who has two personalities. So,
Right.
so I know
Or-
what crazy is, bro.
Or moments where I'm in the gym or I'm outside the gym or I'm in parking lots, like when I was younger and I'm talking to my friends who were here earlier, Brandon Mason, or kids in the gym who are like, oh, I like your video. Those are the things that I realize that conversation I enjoy the most, because everything in life that I have is through a conversation,
Yeah.
through learning something. Like
agree with you.
I've never been a good, like, let me read this and learn this. I've always been a let me experience it. Let me like fuck myself if I'm trying to do that, to learn from it. Instead of like, I was never a good book learner. I was never like, oh, that's a mistake, I shouldn't make it. I'll be like, let me see if that's really a mistake.
Not trial and error, that shit.
And that's how I've always learned. So
Yeah.
I think this podcast idea, the thing that we're doing here today, I love this.
Yeah.
Because it feels natural, feels easy. I feel like I just get to talk about my life with no restrictions.
Yeah.
So I guess we got to kind of tell the listeners what this is going to be about. It's why they got to subscribe, why we want them to subscribe. Subscribe. I'll describe stuff. You subscribe stuff. I just want to talk about my life.
Life in general, yeah.
in
like
general.
relatable things. I mean, like, we're not going to be the go-to source for news or science or politics or current events, but, you know, what have we got successful doing? Talking about relatable things, relating to
Yeah.
people. And like,
Yeah.
that's what bro science is. That's what your videos are. And that's what
Yeah.
we do. Like, I'm talking about my life, but it can be used as an example to anything. You know,
Yeah.
my experience with going after a dream for so long and then it not coming true, and you'd be like, well, maybe that's a good thing. You know, that can apply to anything, because shit, I mean, I could have really gone into a dark place after things just went south there, and I was like, man, I'm glad I'm not doing this right now. Like, that's how I felt. And I'm like, time to keep moving forward. I'm like, well, back to YouTube. There's its own set of problems there, but like, that's just life for everybody. I
Period.
mean, it's just like there are different scales and different varieties, but like everyone's kind of going through that same shit in one way or another.
Can we expect Dom
On the show?
on the show?
Yeah.
Dom. Okay.
Oh, I've been waiting, dude.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're not renaming the podcast.
Can we name it Domcast, please?
No, we're not renaming it. It's going to stick to the name. We're going to decide the name. It's not going to be called Domcast. Sorry, dude.
Shucks.
Yeah. You already spent all my money on this equipment, so we're screwed. This is it.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. No, seriously though, subscribe, guys. You want to say anything else?
No, I mean, you got anything to say? I went on for a while.
I know. I wanted you to go on though. It was important to me.
Yeah.
Because
you wanted me to get that out? It's like a
I wanted
therapy
you.
session.
I wanted you to get that out, dude. That's. I actually. Truth. This is actually. We're not recording any of this.
For your own fucking help.
It was just therapy, bro. I
Yeah.
felt like you needed it.
Yeah, it's
No, honestly, I feel like I've talked a lot in lots of videos about myself and who
Yeah.
I am, what I've been through. I wanted to really just not necessarily make this all about you today, but the first one I feel like is important to like really talk about you and where you've been like where you've been, and share that with everybody. And obviously, we're gonna keep talking. We're gonna keep talking about events. We're gonna keep talking about things we're doing, whatever, life in general. Right? We'll call it that. I talk a lot, so
I know.
I just wanted to. I want to not talk as much today. and I wanted to introduce a little bit more about Mike and what we have, what we're going to do moving forward. And I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for, regardless of what did work, what didn't work, whatever, like that's everything in life. Like you said, everyone in this world can relate to shit not working out, period. Right? So if we can be like, yo, there's been plenty of times in my life where shit has not worked out, but I'm still happy, but I'm still moving forward. I think that's the most important thing. So that's the most important thing that I have to say about this. And this podcast is just kind of like, let's keep trying shit. Let's keep going forward. Let's keep seeing what works, because that's all I've ever done to get to where I'm at today.
We got plenty to talk about.
Plenty.
You know, I mean, like you said, there's not a whole lot. I can't really talk about any of this as Dom. You know, I can allude to it in metaphors, which I have at the beginning of videos, and people kind of catch on. Like, because of course I want to keep people updated. Like, they ask, like, yo, what happened to the show? What happened to the pilot? And I'm like, man, I just want to tell you guys what happened. But like, I just can't like come out and Dom and say that. But like, this is good. But on that note, like what you had mentioned before, where like I was explaining to the studio, I know my audience. I know my fans. I know what they like. I know what they don't like. I know how they're going to react. And I told them, this is exactly what they're going to say to everything. I'm like, this is not going to work.
Yeah, I remember this.
And as soon as the videos came out, all the comments, like, you know, when you get bad comments, you're like, it gets to you. You're like, I just want to explain to them. I want to explain to them what they're missing.
Yeah.
When I saw these comments, I was like, you're right. I'm not even mad, because they were everything I was saying. And all the comments are from fans who know me, who know what Guion and I do. They know what it's about. And so they didn't bother me like someone missing the point. You know, when you put something out that you're proud of and they don't like it, you want to explain to them like, you're just missing it. You don't understand it. They understood it.
Yeah.
So it was like, these people, they had my back even in saying it was garbage, because they were like, yo, this sucks. And I'm like, you're right. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, their comments were, those are true fans, because they supported me by watching it and giving their feedback. And you don't ever want to see bad feedback, but like, they know what they want. They know what they support. And if I was giving them something that they, you know, if I was giving what I really wanted to give them, they would support it just like they did the rest. Yeah. So like, that's cool to see this, that people really know it that well and be like, they have their finger on the pulse of like what you're doing, and they really understand it. So yeah, it's like back to YouTube, but hey man, nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all. And it's actually interesting. I mean, to talk about even the concept you just said, that they knew what they wanted. Yeah. Like, you knowing what you wanted, like for the episodes, for the whole vision, but then you knowing that it wasn't right for you. Yeah. Is like, it's just ironic to me that like both of you came to that same conclusion. And it's like, shit just doesn't always work out.
Things like, feel right or they don't. You know what I mean? It's like, there's a tone, there's an instinct to it, and it's, you just go, no, that's not right. Yeah. And that's it. And I'm like, I knew it was going to be that way. They knew it was going to be that way. And it was just like, you know, I'm glad people knew that where I was separate from this, because I'm not saying the thing was bad. It just wasn't me. It wasn't it was too much of something else, not enough of what I wanted to make. Yeah. And people caught on to that.
You got to listen to your heart, man. Yeah. I get all spiritual and crazy.
No, you do. You absolutely do. Real. And like, you try to, but you like, there's so many other voices you got to listen. And it's just like, you know, that's a question I'm asking. Like, do I want to be in a position where I'm constantly fighting for that? Or do I want to be in the place where I can just do it? Yeah. Damn. But now YouTube is making it tough to just do it. And that's the problem. Yeah. You know, you got to keep evolving. You can't just like...
This is going to be on YouTube as well. So subscribe to this channel as well. But yeah, man. Damn. So what's next? We just go get lunch?
Yeah, probably.
You buying this time?
About that. So you can put on my tab?
Oh, God.
No. I'm not actually poor now.
I don't know. I think he's actually poor.
Yeah. Now Dom's definitely broke.
Dom's for sure broke.
Got to stay hustling though, man. Yeah. Always.
That's the internet.
Got to stay. Well, yeah, you have to stay hustling on the internet or else you will go.
Damn, this is something else that I've always wanted to kind of like talk about. I'll say real briefly, as brief as I can.
See you guys next time.
Yo, is that difference of a 9 to 5 and like your own boss? Not necessarily in a gym, but like on the internet. I think people think that shit's easy.
It's never easy being your own boss. It's good. Like I'll take it over anything, but like at the end of the day, there's no one else to do your job.
Yeah.
And that pressure is like you gotta be there. You gotta be on. And it's like you think like, oh, if I step away, everything will collapse. It's not true. You also got to take time to live your life.
That's how I felt for a long time.
Ditto.
And just recently, I've kind of like, yeah, I had to take a step back.
Yeah.
Like just recently. And it's actually ironic. This is me still like, as I'm doing this podcast, this is still me taking a step back and look at me and trying to start a new venture, a new podcast, 2 new podcasts, one with you, one with the rest. But this is still me right here. I swear to God, me slowing down.
Interesting.
It's pretty fucked up.
I'm going a little faster.
Help me.
Help. Brad's hostage. Help me out.
No, but I'm grateful for it regardless. I'm grateful to have you. I'm on the showmate here. And the showmate?
Showmate.
That's not the name of the show.
Let's not put mate in anything referring
No mate?
to us too.
No mates?
No, we're not mates.
Bros?
Bros,
that's better.
show bro.
Bros verse.
Bro show.
Bros verse podcast. We should just call it that.
We should call it the bro show.
Or Bros verse podcast.
Bros versus podcast.
I mean, it's...
We're still thinking of the name. I mean, yeah.
You say that's how Mike says I don't like the name.
No, I mean I like Bros verse, but like
we just do Bros verse.
But that's a thing with Dom, and like Dom will be on this podcast. He wasn't on this one, but like that's gonna
Doesn't really matter though.
It does matter.
The podcast
This is
a
where we
whole
differ.
different.
I'm gonna sit here and analyze it for the next like week.
No.
You'll be like, let's just call it this.
Just run a gun, bro.
Ram it in there.
Ram it in there.
I mean, I'm not against Bros verse.
It was like this, bro. I knocked over the. Anyways.
Yeah.
No, Bros verse. Because think about it. It's like it lives on. It's a podcast.
And it's like bros and like reverse things.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And we're talking about things.
Yeah, it's like totally applicable.
It's genius.
Oh, I know.
Because we are bros.
Yeah.
Me and Mike are still bros.
We are
Me
still
and Dom
bros.
was like a difference, but we're bros. It was like a hard.
It's hard.
Maybe it's Bros verse.
Maybe.
Verse is. I think verse is cool. People like verse.
Yeah, I only have like 2 other things that are called that. Damazetti verse, Bros verse, the YouTube show, Bros verse, the podcast. I'm wearing a Bros verse shirt right now.
It is. That's
Yeah.
an OG shirt.
That is
Bury
an-
the hatchet.
I made that design.
You did.
I'm gonna have
And
to
there's a
describe-
concept behind it and everything.
I'm
I was
gonna
like,
have
this
to
dude, this dude. Huh?
There's a hatchet on the back. You can
There's a
see
hatchet
it.
on the back. Yeah. Show him the hatchet. You got a camera. Show your camera. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right there.
It's perfect. It's
Good.
money.
I'm glad I got a flex in there
Yeah.
for those listeners watching on
Well, it's
YouTube.
yeah, it's on you. Yeah. They saw that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Cool.
Anything else you want to say?
No.
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the podcast. I think that's it. Turn on the notifications.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Thanks for the support. Always.
Out.
Literally not possible without you guys.
No, I honestly, we want to talk about that.
Literally not possible.
Damn, this is a whole topic. I don't want to go over it. We'll
All
go
right,
over it
don't,
next
because
time.
you'll be here.
I know.
I'm gonna cut Brad off. See you guys
Okay.
later.